Hey everyone, and welcome into the College Huddle. This is our national show where we cover all things college football, not just the Big Ten, not just the SEC, not just the ACC, not just the Group 5. It is all big. It's all college football all the time here on the College Huddle. So, what we are going to do today, we have a special episode where we are going to do a NFL draft episode, but we're not going to do a mock draft because that stuff's boring. So, what we're going to do instead is all four of us, me, Eric, Michael, and Nathan, we are going to pick our own teams, kind of fantasy football style, but let's be honest, this isn't fantasy football advice. Don't take our advice. This is just pure fun. Have a good time with it. You'll kind of figure out what players we value most. And then at the end of the year, we're going to go through and take the fantasy numbers from each player and see who had the best numbers. Now, this is only for this season. So if somebody picks somebody and you're like, oh, that guy isn't going to have a very good career, doesn't matter, just for this year. So running backs could be really, really good. They might not last any more than 3 years, but hey, they're going to be really, really good in this draft. So we're going to have a good time with it. Players cannot be taken more than once. They're going to be one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, one flex, one tight end, one defensive lineman, one linebacker, and one defensive back. But before we get into it, let's meet the guys who are drafting with us today. Eric from the OHIO podcast. How you doing, Eric?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah. You tell people where they can find the OHIO podcast?
Sure. TheOhioPodcast.com. Find us on Twitter at TheOhioPod, and go to YouTube, The Ohio Podcast.
Very good. We also have Michael with us from the Vols Fanatics podcast. Michael, why don't you tell people where they can find that at?
So you can find us at Vol Fanatics 1998 on the X, Twitter, whatever you like to call it. Vol Fanatics Show on YouTube, Spotify, and on Apple. And we also have Vol Fanatics Show on Instagram and Facebook.
Very good. And then we have Nathan from the Heel Brothers podcast. Nathan, why don't you tell people where they can find that at?
You can go to us on X/Twitter at Heel Brothers. Go to youtube.com/Heel Brothers. And we are just now starting on Spotify. You can go to Spotify, look up Heel Brothers. We're right there.
Very good. It's going to be an interesting one. We're going to get draft intel from a North Carolina fan, two Ohio State fans, and a Tennessee fan. So you're going to get all the opinions here today. Let's figure out how we're going to do this. Let's go ahead. Let's just go by alphabetical order. How's that sound? So Eric, we'll give you the first pick this time, and then we'll kind of snake it from there. So I'll go ahead and put Eric up here, put myself right here, and then Nathan, and then Michael. How's that sound? Oh, whoops. If I did that right. Nathan.
Hey,
M goes before Ian.
Michael is before Nathan. Just so
you're right.
Say.
The beautiful undo button. There we go.
There it is. That's
It's been a long day, brother. I got you.
It has. All right. So, Eric, you have the very first pick. Any position you want.
Just put him in.
You want to go.
You know where I'm going. Just put him in.
I thought that might
Give
be
me
the
Marvin.
case.
Come on.
Marvin Harrison Jr. All right. Very good. Let me do it this way. If I can click. There we go. All right. So I will go next after Eric, and I am actually going to take Jonathan Brooks, the running back, for mine.
Give me
Michael next.
Give me Brock Bowers from Georgia.
Brock Bowers from Georgia. All right. All right, Nathan, you're next, dude.
Drizzy Drake, baby. Give me Drake Maye.
I thought that might be happening.
This isn't going to be the most biased thing you've ever saw at all. One bit.
We love it. So
I got to ask, would you have taken him first if you got the first pick?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. 100%. I should have wore the Drake Maye shirt for this. I didn't. It's sitting in my closet right now. Definitely should have broke that out.
Well, Nathan, let's go snake style here. You can go right back around with another pick. So who's your next guy here?
Oh, let me take a look at this. I'm definitely not taking Peyton Wilson. Give me Cedric Gray, the linebacker.
All right. He's a North Carolina boy, too.
Two heels.
I am. I'm not going to lie. I really like Cedric Gray. I think he's going to be great. I really do. I think they're going to get a stud, whoever gets him.
There we go. All right, Michael, back to you, man.
Let's see. I'm going to take Malik Neighbors. I think he's going to be a good wide receiver in the NFL this year.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Is that allowed, a Tennessee fan to take an LSU guy?
Well, I've already taken Georgia and LSU, so I mean,
Yeah, I fully expect the SEC chance to start up here in a minute.
He's
for
a
you.
better man than me. I couldn't take an NC State guy or a Duke guy.
I love it.
couldn't do it.
I love it. All right, back to me. I'm going to go wide receiver here as well, and I'm actually going to go with the deep threat, Xavier Worthy.
Great.
that
pick.
was probably going to be my other pick if I didn't take Malik.
That's a
Dude
great
has
pick.
so much speed. He's going to be on the field a lot, and he's just going to be catching bombs all day. All right, Eric, back to you.
Oh, I guess I'll take Caleb Williams. I guess,
right?
I guess I'll take.
You
it.
have to.
Although on my team, he's not allowed to paint his fingernails. That's a team rule. All right.
All right. Is anybody allowed to paint their fingernails or just him?
Oh, we're all allowed except for him. He can't do it.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
no one's allowed. Come on, what do you think? Steal a draft. I kid you not. I think this is steal a draft. The cornerback from Toledo, Quinnen Mitchell. I think I forget how you pronounce his first name.
Right there.
That's a good pick.
He's so good. He's solid.
Yeah, he is really good. All right, my other pick is gonna be. I'm just gonna load up on the wide receivers. I thought somebody would take Rome Odunze.
Dang, he got Rome. I was getting Rome next. Dang.
I love Rome. All right, Michael.
Let me go ahead and go quarterback. I'm going to take Bo Nix.
Not a bad
Bo
pick. Not a bad pick at all.
Bo Nix. He's used to be SEC, so you still are keeping the all SEC there, Michael.
A little bit, yeah.
All right,
Nathan.
Nathan.
Take Jayden Daniels there.
Give me Nate Wiggins, the DB out of Clemson.
There we go, DB.
That dude's got some nasty.
So you got all North Carolina, a Clemson. So you're sticking with the ACC there.
Yeah, so far. I'm not gonna lie. A little bit is this. I've just watched the ACC a whole lot more, just because we're in the ACC.
That's how I am with the SEC.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, who you taking another ACC guy, or where are you going?
Oh, back to me again?
Yep, back to you, Nathan.
Oh, hot dog. Let's go with. Give me. I'll take Kate Stover.
All right, check that out.
Woo!
So real quick,
we got
Eric,
two Buckeyes on here, and neither of them took him. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So real quick, Eric, before I pick, the reason I didn't go with Jayden Daniels is he is like probably the most athletic player in the draft here, but I'm afraid that his play style is going to get him hurt in the NFL. So
injury prone. Yeah.
See that elbow?
It definitely would be a concern. If
That's the only reason I didn't take him. You know what? I'm gonna be the homer here. Give me Jalen Wright at running back.
Jalen Wright. I was surprised you didn't take him earlier, Michael.
I thought about it, but I wanted to get some of these other guys first.
What's that? You just thought nobody else was going to take him?
Yeah, okay, kind of. So,
all right. Well, since nobody else is taking him, I was kind of giving some chances. I'm going to go with Jayden Daniels. I know the injury stuff you guys just talked about, but he's one of the few guys that I think is actually going to start right away after getting drafted.
As long as he's playing, I feel like he's going to be like an awesome player, but I just feel like he's very injury prone.
Yeah,
kind
of small. So if anybody hits him like Dallas Turner did, he's going to be down. Yeah. Which that was a vicious hit.
Yeah, it was.
Right. Eric, back to you, man.
I'm going to take Johnny Newton from Illinois.
Good pick there.
I rode him as the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year and won some money on that one. So let's go back to that well.
I like it. All right, who's your next one?
Give me Trey Benson, running back, Florida State.
That's not a bad pick at all. I'm not gonna lie. He probably would have been my next ACC pick.
That was gonna be my next pick.
Yeah, I saw it, Mike. I saw you sit there.
I love it. All right, back to me. I know this is kind of like sacrilegious for me to do as a Buckeye, but he's still on the board. I think he's a good pick. So take Blake Corum.
Are you going to come back around and double up with McCarthy and trade Jayden Daniels for McCarthy?
There's no way I'm taking J.J. McCarthy.
They've
There's
got him
no way
going
that's not
third
true.
in the most recent mock draft
Isn't
today.
that nuts? I'm sorry,
Drake made
guys.
it 12th, but I think it was Caleb, Jayden, JJ. I said, what? Good God, man.
Yeah,
I think
that's
Drake
crazy
May's
to
gonna be
me.
the best one in this draft. I think Drake May's gonna be the guy. All right, Michael, up to you, man.
Give me Dallas Turner.
I just mentioned him and reminded you of him, huh?
Well, I started looking at the D lineman. I was like, well, why not take him?
I think he was listed as a linebacker at Alabama, but they got him as a defensive lineman everywhere.
lineman.
And
Yeah.
I think he's more like an edge guy in the NFL is
Yeah.
what they're saying. So, all right, Nathan, back to you.
You know, since JR took Rome's Odunze, I'm gonna go with you know what? Give me Keon Coleman. That dude was nasty this
He
year
is a sleeper,
for Florida
dude.
State.
He's gonna kill
I
it.
like that pick.
He's gonna kill it. All right, you're gonna go. I'm surprised you're not taking a Tez Walker down there, Nathan.
He's good at go routes, but I honestly think he could have used another year.
Yeah.
I just think he could have used another year.
If I were him, I would have walked though, because the NCAA did him dirty.
Oh, dude, you don't know how.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I don't mean to get your blood boiling.
it's okay. It's okay.
All right, Nathan, who you got next?
Oh, back to me again. Look at me go. I'm back and forth on my running backs here, but you know what? Give me Bucky Irving out of Oregon.
Ooh,
That's a good pick.
that's
I mean, Bucky ran all over us in the Holiday Bowl year before last.
That's Bucky's really good. All right, Michael, back to you.
Give me my second wide receiver. I'm going to take a Donnie Mitchell out of Texas.
Texas. All right. Well, I got my wide receivers and my running backs, so now I just pick give me the other LSU, Brian Thomas Jr. Give me him as my flex.
I was back and forth between him and Mitchell.
They're both going to be good. This is a stacked wide receiver class. I think at the end of the day, this wide receiver class is more stacked than what they thought the quarterback class was going to be. But all right, Eric, to you.
Yeah, give me the Georgia wide receiver.
Lad.
Yeah, give me a young lad.
McConkey. All right, Eric, who you taking next?
Yeah. Man. I'll go ahead and take Ray Davis, running back Kentucky.
He was
Yeah,
another one.
that was going to be my second.
Games I watched that guy play, he just was a tank.
He is.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. All right, back to me. I feel like I have to go with a Big Ten guy here. I've only taken one Big Ten guy. I look like a really bad Big Ten host taking all these SEC players. So give me Theo Johnson. I think Theo Johnson's going to be really good in the NFL. All right, back to you, Michael.
Go ahead and give me Will Shipley from Clemson. I feel like that his game is going to translate well to the NFL because he can catch the ball out of the backfield as well as run it. So,
He'll be a good one. I'm surprised Nathan didn't take him.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't pick the other guy I wanted.
Are you gonna take him here?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna take Audric Estime out of Notre Dame.
Ooh,
Big guy. I think he's gonna be a bully.
If they would have just handed him the football on that last drive, they would have beat Ohio State.
they would have won.
Dude, that was a game, bro. That was a game.
That offensive.
I don't even like
coordinator.
Notre Dame, and that was a game.
I don't know how he ever got the job. All right, Nathan, back to you. You got another pick.
Good question, me. Let's see what's going on the D line over here. He's still sitting there, and there's a chance I've saw that he could fall to my Rams. Give me Jared Verse.
Jared Verse, he's gonna be good. Man, he tore up at Florida State.
Yeah, he did. We just lost Aaron Donald too, so I could kind of use.
Wasn't he?
That would help.
Wasn't he a FCS transfer?
As a matter of fact, I believe so.
Yeah, like he was like at a Northeast school I'd like never even heard of, and ended up at Florida State and was a stud.
Yeah,
Pretty sure the Buckeyes were like looking at him and Florida State gobbled him up.
That tells you ballers are everywhere.
Mhm.
Everywhere.
You just get them in the right system, and they'll eat.
That's
All
it.
right, Michael, back to you.
Give me Xavier Legette. If it wasn't for him and Spencer Rattler this year together, South Carolina would not have won a single game.
The only
He's my
question I have
flex.
about him is like the majority of his touchdowns were caught this year out of his 4 years.
Yeah, he didn't really do much until this year, his senior year. So that's a bit of a question for me too. But I mean, he jumped out this year and had almost 1,300 yards receiving. I mean,
Oh yeah,
he
he had a
played very
ball.
well, and and he's got good measurables too.
Oh boy! All right, I guess I finally got to take some defensive players now.
Oh, yeah.
Give me. I know it's gonna be a risky pick, but I gotta give my Buckeyes some love. I'm gonna take Michael Hall Jr.
Mm.
He might not have the best year, and he might be more of a specialty pass rusher, but you never know. So I'm gonna go with Michael Hall Jr. Eric, who you got?
Peyton Wilson, linebacker, NC State.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Only one linebacker off the board. That's crazy. Who's next, Eric?
Oh gosh, I need a tight end, don't I?
Yep.
Tight end and
Only
a
one
flex.
left.
Yeah. Are we picking kickers, by the way?
Yeah, I
No.
noticed that too.
Did you say
I,
no?
I couldn't find very many kicker rankings. I went to a bunch of rankings and put these in order, and then
Yeah.
I went to go find all these kickers, and I was like, this is not worth my time. So
Okay. Good. Then I
was
can
like,
scratch that out.
I'm not spending 30 minutes scouting kickers.
I
for
only
this
knew
draft.
I only knew one, and that's the kid from Mizzou who kicked like a 60-some yarder. And I was like, oh.
Harrison Mevis, you got
Yeah,
Will
I
Riker from
was
Alabama.
I was like, if we got to pick kickers, I'm taking him right now because he's the only one I know. Since we don't,
We'll just put him in your tight end slot for you. How about that?
Yeah, okay, sure, yeah. I guess I'll take Jatavian Sanders from Texas.
If I'm not mistaken, that Mizzou kicker is about as big as a tight end, though, isn't he?
Well, the one
He's a big
Ohio
boy.
State
Yeah,
got is now.
He was named the thicker kicker.
Thicker kicker. I love that.
That was his nickname.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. All right, back to me. I'm going to go give the Big Ten some more love here. And nope, not him. Tyler Nubin. I think Tyler Nubin is a bit of a sleeper this year. Reminds me of Jordan Battle from Alabama, and he did okay this year. So go with him. All right, Michael, you're up.
I'm surprised neither of you guys have picked him, but give me linebacker Tommy Eichenberg.
I actually was going to pick him last because I didn't think anybody else would take him. Boy, was I wrong. All right, Nathan.
I need what? A flex and a wide receiver. Do I look bad if I don't take the boy? All right, give me Tez. Give me Tez.
Give him a shot.
He has the ability to be good. I just question it. Like he's
He
got
can
some
do
more
it.
improvement. He's got some more improvement.
He might be one of those guys. Sometimes wide receivers, they come on halfway through the year and they ball out and they do really, really well. So he might be one of those guys that does
unfortunately, Tez only had half a year, so I mean, it is.
that's what I'm saying. You know, he's used to only playing half a season. So
Yeah.
all right, who's your last one, Nathan? You got one flex left.
I don't even know honestly who to pick. To be real with you.
Oh my gosh, I just realized we all made a huge mistake.
no.
I'll say it after Eric's pick because I don't want to give Eric a hint with his flex. Go ahead, Nathan.
Any like hint?
A tight end who everybody at his school goes to the NFL and destroys everyone.
It's got to be Iowa.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Eric's gonna know who I'm talking about now. Now he's gonna take him with his flex. Watch
I-
Eric be the only one with a tight end flex and win it.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of eyeing down some tight end flexes myself. I'm not gonna lie, but
Hey, there's two in there that I see that could really kill it if they get the opportunity.
you know what? Give me Malachi Corley.
All right. Is that the Western Kentucky guy?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
He was the guy, Eric, that said that he was going to show out against Ohio State. And everybody
Yeah.
took it as smack talk, but it was just him saying he wants to get drafted.
Yeah.
And he knew there'd be a bunch of scouts there. All right, Michael. Last pick, DB.
Me Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Kool-Aid.
Best name in the draft.
I was about to say that is a name, bro. That is a name.
All right, me. Last one. I can't take Junior Colson. I already took a Michigan player, so I would feel gross taking another one. So I'll take Edgerrin Cooper.
Ooh, Jeremiah Trotter, bro. Oh man, that's a good pick.
All right.
Are
Eric,
you talking
final
Eric?
pick?
Are you talking Eric all for real? That's
Dude,
who you're,
he got hurt, but man,
dude.
everybody who comes out of Iowa does well in the NFL.
But
at tight end.
he's not really from Iowa. That's the thing.
No, he
Where's he
played at
from?
Iowa this year though.
Yeah, but he's got that Ann Arbor stench on him, dude.
Oh,
So he-
still.
Give me Braelon Allen. Let's jump
All right.
around. Let's jump around.
Jump around. Jump around.
All right, that is the draft. What do you guys think of your teams, Eric? What are your thoughts on your team, man?
A lot of big names. So I'm not. We'll see. It's so the NFL draft's so interesting with rookies because it's such a crapshoot because then you just never know who's going to hit, and it a lot of times has to depend on need of a team whether you're going to get that opportunity as a rookie to play a lot or not. So, I feel pretty decent about my team because I feel like a lot of these guys are going to be in situations that they're going to where they're going to be needed right away. Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison Jr., Newton. These are guys who I think are going to go high to mid first round and expected to play right now.
I agree with that. Yeah, that's kind of the hardest thing about this is like normally these fantasy football drafts would be like after the draft and they'd say, oh, this person went here and he's going to get a bunch of touches. But this one, you don't really know where these guys are going. You're just kind of basing it completely off their talent and hoping they get an opportunity wherever they go. I was a little bit more Texas heavy and SEC heavy than I thought I would be, but I saw the names and I saw the talent this year and I was excited for it. My defensive lineman might put up 0 points for me this year if he doesn't get on the field, but I'm willing to take that risk. Michael, what are your thoughts on your team, dude?
Yeah, I feel pretty good overall about my team. I mean, you got guys like Brock Bowers, Malik Neighbors, Adonai Mitchell. I feel like they're going to come in and they're going to make a difference immediately. Dallas Turner, Kool-Aid McKinstry as well. Bo Nix might have been a kind of, I guess, a gamble just because I don't know exactly where he's going to get picked right now. He could go to a team where he's thrown in right away. He's going to be the starter, but he could also be in the middle of the draft with, coming in behind a guy trying to learn for a year. So, but I do feel overall pretty good about my team.
Yeah, that was my thing with Bo Nix is like, and my other thing with Michael Penix Jr. was like he, I was afraid that he was going to get hurt, but Bo Nix, like I'm afraid where he's going to go. Is somebody just going to take him that,
As backup?
Yeah, as a backup or something like that, or are they actually going to give him a shot? So I don't know. Right now, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This could also be a bit of a hot take, but when he's given his shot, I feel like Bo Nix could be the best quarterback out of this draft.
He could be. That's kind of the craziest thing with me is like honestly, if I'm picking, I honestly feel the best about Bo Nix or Michael Penix Jr. if Michael Penix Jr. wasn't getting hurt. But I'm just looking up a mock draft right now, and they're saying Bo Nix to Denver, which I think Denver traded away Russell Wilson. So I feel like
Released
he would
him.
start there or released. Did they
Just-
release
just-
him or trade him?
Just
I
booted.
thought they traded him
Traded
to
to Pittsburgh is
Pittsburgh.
what I thought.
Or maybe they released
No,
him in Pittsburgh.
I thought he got released and then picked up because because the Steelers negotiated a deal to where the Broncos would still have to keep paying him, but they're only paying him like the vet minimum. We'll have to look that up. We'll have to use the Google machine for that.
Yeah, use the Google for that one. But anyway, Bo Nix going to Denver. I do think he'll probably start there. And then this mock draft, this is true, I might have taken the shot on Michael Penix Jr., but Michael Penix Jr. to Minnesota, that would be wild.
Honestly, I think that'd be a great spot for him.
He stays in purple.
Yeah.
Little flashback to the Randall Cunningham years in Minnesota.
Yeah. This
Well,
mock
which is
draft
interesting.
has JJ going to New York and Minnesota taking Michael Penix
Here's
Jr.
the question about the draft I'm interested in. If JJ falls to Harbaugh in LA, will he pull the trigger?
No.
Isn't Harbaugh like pick 6 though? So like,
Do you think
fall pretty far to, or he
I
would
mean,
have to fall hardly at all to get to him?
I mean, I saw third. I saw him going third to New England. Like I've heard a lot of guys talking about the first 3 picks are going to be all quarterbacks, and he might be the third one to New England.
Man,
That would be a bad mistake.
I agree, but if he falls to LA, and those two love one another apparently. So
You got Justin Herbert, man.
I know, but
You can't.
there's no history there.
hey,
Well, he
Harbaugh
does.
trade away all their wide receivers, so maybe
Yeah.
maybe
Oh,
he'll trade
dear
away
God.
Herbert. for some
That
wide
could be
receivers.
if he traded.
You know
him in
what?
the
Hey,
first
I'm
round.
okay with that. I'm a Rams fan. They're just renting in LA, so fine. They can continue to suck for all they. Yeah, have at it, brother. Have at it.
How did
We
you
will
now,
continue to
Nathan?
grow.
Hold on. How did you North Carolina and Rams? Because Rams were in St. Louis. How?
Yes,
how'd
they
that
were. As a
happen?
matter of fact, so it's kind of an interesting story. So when I was a kid, right, my brother was a Rams fan. So back when the very beginning of the Greatest Show on Turf, he became a Rams fan. And what's interesting enough, I saw there was a Christmas ornament that we have, and it had the Rams logo on it. And I saw it as a kid, and I really liked the colors, the deep navy blue and the gold. And as a matter of fact, I actually would rather have that colorway instead of the ones that we have now, but that's another story for another day. But I saw him, and me and him would play the Madden games together. And I loved Isaac Bruce. As a matter of fact, I've got a picture, a canvas print of Isaac Bruce right there behind me. And ever since then, I have been it was a St. Louis Rams fan. I have more St. Louis Rams jerseys than I have the new LA jerseys. But yeah, my whole life I've always been a Rams fan. And I kind of said like, hey, I'm a Ram on Saturday, but I'm also a Ram on Sunday too. So it kind of goes together.
That's awesome. Well, I don't blame you for not being a Panthers fan. So
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even want to talk about it.
Michael, what NFL
like-
team are you a fan of?
The Titans, because they're hometown team, but I'm also a Saints fan. I was a big Drew Brees guy, so following Drew Brees, I like the Saints. So those are my 2 teams. But I am excited about the Titans getting this new stadium in Nashville. Ready to see what it looks like.
When is that supposed to open up?
2 or 3 years from now, I think. They hadn't even started ground on it yet.
Shoot.
very cool. Eric, are you Browns or Bengals?
Bengals.
Bengals.
We're not talking about it.
Hey, you got Joey Burrow, man.
We're not
wouldn't
We're not
be too
talking
upset
about
about it.
going to the Super Bowl and getting beat by the Rams again. Yeah, just talking about it.
I ain't gonna
Okay.
lie, dude. I was like Joe Burrow, and if they can keep that team together, that is a really good team. I am a big
They're
fan of the Cincinnati
Snake,
Bengals.
snake bit, man. It's
Yeah.
Ohio NFL teams are snake bit.
Hey, I understand that.
It's okay. My team drafted a running back as their quarterback, so the Colts.
That's what I was gonna say. You're a Colts fan, so
Josh Downs, though. I like Josh Downs.
Josh Downs, but nobody to throw him the ball.
That's true. That's true.
he can throw it 50 yards sitting down, but if you want to throw it on
Hey,
target, doesn't exactly happen.
Tell him to
very
go
often.
get Drake, man. Him and Josh have a great connection together.
Man, if the Colts drafted Drake, I'd be over the moon. But
so
I
being
would become a Colts fan.
being a Colts fan, there, what are your thoughts on Jonathan Taylor, that whole situation?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one of those people that like I am a fan with my heart, so I want them to keep Jonathan Taylor and I want them to pay him and stuff like that. But I also get that running backs like they don't have the life that they used to have in
That's
football anymore, and so it's like my heart says keep him around, let him finish his career there, but then my brain is like this is a terrible decision, and so I think that's how most Colts
Gurley.
fans feel is like we love our players and we want them to do well, but at the same time when the writing's on the wall, it's just like kind of sucks. It is what it is, though. But
They're the wrong shade of blue, but I do like the Colts.
I would like some powder blue uniforms, though. Those would be pretty sick.
Hey, team to watch out for in the NFL this year: the Texans.
Dude, yes. I
yeah.
love the Texans right now. I freaking love those Texans.
Got Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, hey, thank you everybody for being here. Appreciate you watching. Had some NFL talk as well. We'll come back to the College Huddle. We will be posting videos of this every Saturday. This is going to be a lot more just kind of like rankings and opinions and stuff like that around college football. So we might do some new stuff here and there, but a lot more of this kind of stuff and videos like this. So thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, Nathan. Go check out Heel Brothers podcast. Michael, check out the Vol Fanatics podcast, and Eric, check out the OHIO Ohio podcast. Do all of you guys have websites? I forget, or is it just Eric?
I do not.
No, I don't have a website yet, but hoping to work on one in the future.
Yeah, so like
Hey,
YouTube,
real
Spotify.
quick, before we get out of here, anybody else doing the new college football game when it comes out in a couple months?
Absolutely.
Hey, what if we did a little live stream like North Carolina, Tennessee?
It's going to take over the huddle. I guarantee you. There will be a couple months. All of you guys are live streaming your game, and the College Huddle is going to be the college game being live streamed every night. I can already tell.
I have already promised a dynasty on the channel.
I
can promise you, when I jump on and I have not played a game in like a decade, and I try to play this game, and you kids destroy this old man, I can't even find the buttons. It will be comedy gold. I'll be throwing the controller and saying you're cheating, and secretly get my kid to jump on and play for me so it can be competitive.
Yeah, I've been holding out on getting the PS5 until I knew that it was confirmed. So now I'm saving up that money, getting to get the PS5 for it. So
that's what I got, baby. Let's go. Let's play. Let's do it.
All right. Quick question: what do you guys think about this? The College Huddle will have a NCAA football tournament live streamed on the channel. What do we think about that?
Oh,
hell yeah!
Hey,
bro, let's go.
Let's try to get the original 68 and do a tournament of 68.
There we go. That would be like a 24-hour long tournament. It would be like stay up for 24. By the time it's the championship, you got just people like pounding monsters. And
the
Red Bulls.
OHIO podcast.
If you fall asleep, you're immediately eliminated.
The OHIO podcast will be. You put us as the number 1 seed against a 16. We will lose. It will be done. We'll be out. I'm telling you, if it's me that has to play, it's not going to go well.
JR is going to play. He'll play for Iowa State. Man, you can be an announcer, man. You got the voice for it.
There we go. Yeah, I'll be the announcer.
Let you and Chris be the announcers.
Yeah. Me and the wild man.
Maserati
There it is.
Adult. Worst nickname. I love that guy. That is the worst nickname because as soon as it happened, you all know what happened to the story, right? As soon as Marvin became Maserati Marv, everybody changed the name of Kyle McCord to Honda McCord. Our family's brutal.
Oh my god! Hey, he's coming to Syracuse this year, man. I'm curious to see how that kid does. We have to go play him in the dome.
No, you don't. They don't play you guys.
Syracuse?
We went through their schedule. They don't play you guys. They don't play Clemson. They don't play Notre Dame. They avoid their toughest games. Miami.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's next year.
Syracuse
They play them next year.
They don't play Florida State. They don't play Florida State.
They're going to get the Louisville schedule that Louisville got this year.
They don't get Louisville. Like they don't play anybody.
Who do they play?
Syracuse
do they play all the new, like Cal?
They play Miami,
Boston College. Yeah.
Go look at their schedule. It is soft. If they don't go 10-2, it is a complete mistake. Like they screwed up somewhere. Go look at their schedule.
We got a soft schedule, but we do have to go to Florida State this year. That's the only problem.
We'll get Eric Boggs on the ACC huddle and break down the ACC schedules. And,
Let's go.
Hey, I will go on there and I will just absolutely rip Syracuse for you guys. Like
there we go.
I can't stand them now.
I'm excited.
Look for Eric Boggs'
Manny Diaz.
Oh wait, Manny Diaz. Look for Eric Boggs' cameo on the ACC huddle. So, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you to these guys for coming on and doing this. Check out another episode of the College Huddle happening Saturday next week. Have a good one, everybody. See you later.
Peace and love.